All right, I got a special treat for you guys today. We're comparing these two awesome 4,500 square foot dehumidifiers. Whole home dehumidifiers means that you can set it in your basement and completely drain these guys. These can be drain free by using these tubes just to kick them into your drain. Both of them, you can just let them run 24/7 and drain them. Now, I can't use these guys because I'm using these guys in my RV right here. One of these guys is gonna stay in my RV full time. The other one is gonna get kicked to the curb. I don't know which, so we're gonna find out together whether or not this 4,500 square foot home dehumidifier is gonna be staying in my RV. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys right now the gate that they're very similar. Both of them claim to do the same amount of pulling water out of the air in the exact same 24 hours. So we're gonna put that one to the test right out of the gate. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this guy run first for the first 24 hours, then I'm gonna let this guy run for the next 24 hours. We're gonna take the different measurements and then we're gonna see how close they are after 24 hours of running to see which one actually pulls more water out of the air or not. You have this reading right here that says the humidity level right now is at 59. This one's reading slightly different at 51. Right out of the gate, that's different. If you look at my weather station right here, this one says 50% humidity inside my trailer. This says 51%. This one says 59%. So again, which one is accurate? That's why one of these dehumidifiers is going to stay in my trailer, because we are living in the South and we get over 80% humidity in the summertime. That's not even a rare occurrence. We get that all the time with 80% humidity. The only difference that you're gonna see right here is this has a gate and you can actually move this airflow and you can have a directional airflow. Why is that important? Well, because it has a close feature right here. So if you come over here and look at the menu right here, you can dry your clothes. So what we do in the RV is we hang our clothes on a rack, and you can put this right next to the rack, and this is gonna shoot air out and it's gonna act as a dryer as well. This guy has the same thing, but you cannot direct that airflow. So let me take you on the journey of this guy right here. So you got your on off, and then you got your dehumidifying mode where you just have a low, medium, and high. You can actually increase or decrease the level of humidity. Remember before I said I like it to be at 50? This goes all the way up to 80 right here. Now, I don't know why you'd want something at 80. Maybe you had a steam room, keep it at 80, whatever. But this one, I like to keep at 30. So I'm gonna drop both of these guys to 30, meaning with that, when it hits 30% humidity or it knows it's at 30%, it's gonna shut off and not run, which is really good because I don't want it running all the time and just eating up those energy costs, which these are very energy efficient as well. So perfect for RV living, maybe not the size of the footprint, but the energy is not gonna cost you a lot to run these guys. Then back to this, if you don't want the dehumidifying mode, you do have a fan where you can change the fan speed right here. Outside of that, you do have sleep mode, you do have a timer where you can set this to run for a specific amount of time, all the way up from 1 hour to 24 hours. And then the last thing you do have on here is a child lock. So little kids that have fingers can come by. They can't change your settings or anything like that. Like I said, both of these guys have the same exact menu, but does it pull water at the same exact level? Which one pulls water? That's all I really care about. That's what I want to know. So let's find out together. So we're going to start with this guy right here for the first 24 hours. Then we're going to switch to this guy for the second 24 hours. So let's go find out together. All right, the job is done. I let each one of these guys run for 24 hours straight. I unplugged them right at the same time, about 5 o'clock in the evening, and this morning we're gonna be able to discover which one of these guys actually pulled more water out of the air in the same 24-hour period. And we ran right around the same humidity levels where we're kind of rocking between 65 and 80 because we've had some rainstorms lately. But the menus are the same. They say they pull them out in the same, so let's verify. Let's figure out which one of these guys actually pulls more water. We got our measuring jug right here, and when I lifted these guys up, they felt about the same in weight. One of them was not heavier than the other that I could tell, so they were both pretty heavy guys. So let me show you how to do this. If you come over here, you can see just off the measurement alone, and if you measure The actual container, we're like 10.5 inches. Where that ball is, it's roughly about 8 inches. Again, a 24-hour period of time. Now this one is just a little bit, so you got 10 inches right here, but the ball is sitting a little bit higher than 8 inches. So it's like 8.25 right there. So we're gonna see which one actually holds more water. But again, this guy's a little bit narrower, so that's why you have this a little bit taller, but this guy's a little bit wider. So really, let's just pour it in, let's dump it into the bucket and figure out which one actually pulls more water in the 24-hour period. That's amazing that we're almost full in just a 24-hour period. High humidity. All right, so there it is. We just poured out all that water in 24-hour period. Now, the manufacturer says it can keep pulling a lot more out of this. Obviously, that's going to depend on your humidity levels. It's also going to be dependent upon whether or not you have this draining into a drain or you're using the storage container like we are. The storage capacity was almost full. If I had it running for probably a few more hours, probably would have got full, probably would have tapped out, I have no doubt. But after 24 hours, we got almost exactly 5 liters of water, which comes to about 1.5 gallons roughly. All right, now let's open this up and figure out how much water the MIONJO actually pulled. So when you open this up, it's kind of cool. You have a handle if you're going to carry it a little bit. I'd highly recommend not lifting the entire thing up. We're just doing that for the video. But you got this handle, or you can grab it right just like this. This is what I'm going to probably do for here. All right, let's take a look at this. We're gonna lift this up and we're gonna see that we have an obvious winner. Is it more than 5 liters? It is. Right there, that is kind of shocking to me that the other one was right at 5 liters. In the same amount of time of 24 hours, this pulled just a little bit more water. So in conclusion, that's about 1.5 gallons of water that's sitting in our RV in a 24-hour period of time when you have high humidity. And it's not uncommon to get 60 to 80% humidity in the summertime when you're in the South, right? And so just imagine that moisture that gets into your trailer, into your home, into your pantry, into your walls. And if you don't get that out, that's where mold and other bad things can fester. Humidifier is not only going to pull the moisture out of your air, but it might just protect your trailer, your home, and other things from mold happening, or your bread to go soggy. Who wants that? Soggy bread? No thank you. For me, both of these guys does the job, does it extremely well. When we're pulling out 1.5 gallons of water, for me, it really doesn't matter. Just depends on what your preference is.